Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Raising Excellence. This is the teaser for this week's show on Wednesday. And the title of today's teaser is Your Choices Suck, signed Intuition. With me today are my favorite co host, Agnieszka. Did I say that right?
No. Agnieszka. The psychosomatic illuminator. Hi, that's me. I know how to say my name. He does too. He just like, I don't know, brain fart. There are
Every time
videos
I
to
think I
prove
got it
it.
right, and I just
It's a
and
brain fart.
Dennis, our freedom facilitator.
Greetings and blessed love, everybody.
So today it's going to be a fun topic. I think it's something that's really important. I think we're identifying a big problem that a lot of people have when it comes to decision making. They make poor choices. And why do they make poor choices? Well, one reason
Because they suck.
is
Oh, sorry.
because they suck at understanding what their intuition is.
It's called discernment. They suck at discernment.
Well, it's already great that we know we have decisions, right? So if you have reached a stage where you can say, okay, it's not only the one way, but there's actually a bunch of ways. So you have decisions. So now, how do you
Wait,
figure
so if
out
there's
to make the right ones, the proper
if
ones for
there's
you?
only one way, you're a complete slave. You're just letting other people tell you what to do and you're doing it without any use of your own free will. Your free will is dusty and rusty and in the corner somewhere. You don't even know it exists, right? But then you can take another step and start making your own choices, right? But then when you're making your own choices, there is a choice, or there are opportunities to listen to the programming in your head, to the marketing and propaganda and all that stuff, the stuff that you see right at the checkout by the cash register when you leave the supermarket, all of that. Lose 20 pounds, da, 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 da. You should look like this. Oh my god, you're 50 and you have a wrinkle, that's tragic, you should kill yourself. All these things. That was an actual headline, I would never say that. But all those things, and then how can you really find out which voice is the voice of programming in your head and which voice is the one of like your actual core intuition, your true self, the quiet voice within?
Well, the
How
question
can you
really
tell
is
the difference?
how much of the outcomes that we see today in our personal lives and out there in the world, how much of those outcomes and how much of the chaos and the disharmony and you know, the ups and downs of life, how much of that is actually due to lack of awareness of intuition? How much of the decisions that we made that led to the life that we're living today, and to the problems that we face, how much is it, can we make better choices, can we avoid that, and how much of the trouble that we're facing today, even as humanity, is based on not having been able to hear the voice of intuition, or hearing it and not listening to it, you know so
But
that's
think
really what we want to discuss on Wednesday.
think about all the shit that we go through as children. Hang on, Michael. I know it's your turn, but I just have to say this. All the shit we go through as children and all that propaganda, and we're told that it's your imagination. You couldn't, like, you're not right. I have a feeling this. I have a feeling. No, 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 no. Stop with your feelings. This is sign. This is right. This is how it's done. And that's the source of the problem right there. Childhood programming. Michael, I'm sorry.
Well, just looking out at the world, seeing all the results of the decision making, I think there's a lot of ideas that are in our head that aren't our ideas, and being able to distinguish from our own ideas and the ideas that have been given to us in a lot of cases has been hijacked in a lot of cases through emotion and through kind of conditioning and programming. And so a lot of this is kind of outlined in a book called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, which is interesting. But he actually won a Nobel Prize in regard to this. But I do feel like people are being misled. They're being, fear, doubt, and ignorance are being used to uh, obscure what is truly their own nature. And I think certainly intuition is one of those areas that, for the most part, people are really unfamiliar with any kind of confidence in what they themselves truly think.
I mean, our education already prepares us or forces us to, to think, or to think that we're thinking with the head alone, to make decisions on a rational, scientific basis, and to. I have never really um, learned or gotten so much through the education that I went through. The school education I'm talking about. About the my heart, feeling, emotion, how to manage that, how to balance that, how to utilize that also to the extent that is possible. I know, and much less have I heard or come across any information or any ways or any deeper insights regarding our gut, our intuition, right? How to what is the importance of that? And actually very interesting. We can go deeper on Wednesday, like the meaning, the root meaning of the word intuition. It hints at something that is beyond just the material, physical world. And yeah, how come I've never learned about that? How come I've heard so little bit, from the teachers and from the institutions that I attended regarding that? If that's really so essential, and some actually say that the decisions that we make are not made in our brain, in our mind, and I think we mentioned that last week, but actually the decision is being made somewhere else, and that's super interesting, because if decisions and choices are being made before we even rationally think about them, it's like, well, I would like to know where that decision come from, and maybe that can have a profound impact on the way I make decisions, and maybe that can lead to better outcomes, and that's really what we're trying to, help each other to do, and pass it on to you as well. How can we get better results? How can we make a deeper, a lasting impact on our own life and on the life of others through the choices and decisions that we make every day.
Yeah,
So,
there's a great quote that says, you know, the there's the space between stimulus and response is your freedom. And certainly, I think in a lot of cases, people have been conditioned when stimulus happens to just conditionally respond. And in some cases, they consider that their intuition, but that's not it at all.
That reminds me of
Go
the
ahead.
space between the breathing in and breathing out. There's a space there as well. It's large. But sorry, Agnes.
well, tune in on Wednesday because we have the answers to some of these questions, and we'll definitely be talking about intuition and how it is your tutor and how you can hone into the intuition to guide you and step away from the propaganda because you know what? You can make up your own mind, right?
Certainly. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time and attention. Hope this was a nice, quick briefing as to what we're going to be doing on Wednesday. Stay tuned at 4:35 p.m.
Central,
Eastern Central Time.
it's 5:35 Eastern, 4:35 Central, 11:35 in Berlin, and I forget what it is in Australia because the Australian girl left us months ago. It's like 8 a.m., I think, in Brisbane.
Talk to you on Wednesday. Thank you, everybody.